Public Connect special Friday night audit. Stay tuned. Craig Sullivan, you have got the most amazing shirt I've ever seen in my life. What is that all about?
Hey, that's promoting our other show, 3 Minute Thursdays.
Holy shit, dude. What have we done? The mistakes that we're making right now, unbelievable.
We're going to haunt us for years. Are you kidding?
Craig Sullivan, I missed you last week. I don't know what happened. No show. Oh, yeah. I got stuck on a plane.
You did. That's okay.
Yeah.
That happens occasionally. How are you, brother? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see you too, Craig. But, I was in Orlando. I got delayed. Then I was where was I this week? Oh, yeah, I was in Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City.
I'm so confused, and I need your help, Craig. What time is it, my friend?
You know what time it is?
No, that's why I'm asking you.
It's time for a box of phones for Glenn.
Oh, my God.
Seriously. We got charging units and everything. Okay, what? We know that Glenn has had some technical issues, and we got him a flip phone. But we're going to take that away from him right now, and he's going to go old school Nokia that he can put this in his pocket, and then when he gets better,
I can't wait to be like trying to
get a bigger phone with an antenna that works. So we've got all that. So now, other than that. Is it time for the big announcement?
Is there an announcement?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
RevPar, the musical, starring Glenn Hausman, Kate Berta, and Craig Sullivan. Right? Is that the one? Or were you wondering if it was time for an audit?
Yes! Hey everybody, welcome to the one and only Friday Night Audit. I'm Glenn Hausman. That's Craig Sullivan. Craig, don't be fucking with me like that, bro. Yeah, we got a rhythm here. You're supposed to do time for an audit thing. I'm like, is he forgetting? Is he fucking with me? What's going on?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Amy Montgomery, aloha.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the one and only Friday Night Audit. We really appreciate you hanging out with us, having some cocktails, and I know I tell myself you're laughing with me, but I understand you're laughing at me. That's okay. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. So we got a great show. We have one of our regulars hasn't really been here that much, has he? No. Which is really too bad. But fortunately, he was able to step away for a few minutes from his big shot GME job. What's up,
hey guys? I have to make an appearance today because something pretty special happened. Something that was 3 to 4 years in the making. Something we've talked about on this show a lot.
A lot. Wait, did you showered? Is that what?
No, even more rare.
Right.
Haircut. That's me.
It's they say the term "things will happen when hell freezes over." Well, there's two things that happen when hell freezes over. A, the Eagles get back together, and Dave visits Long Island on a summer Sunday. Yes, folks, it happened.
It happened
to the Houseman Pool House, Clubhouse, Smokehouse Resort, and
that's right.
I was there.
That's right, and you guys got to visit the compound over here. You got to see Helene, my spouse, who very rarely is seen. So that was exciting for us.
I mean, there's plenty of Harry Potter conversation happening between her and my wife.
Yeah, it was great. We absolutely love seeing your kids out here.
There we go. Love it.
We should have taken a picture of us eating the ribs. We were going to shoot a video and do all of that kind of stuff, but we
just relax and enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
Now, the great part, so it was a whole event, right? My wife, my two sons, my daughter was out with my parents for the weekend. We all came out. Glenn's two sons were there. One of their friends came over. Glenn made some amazing chicken, some amazing ribs, some honey butter with cornbread, some
big beans.
It was just a full-on feast. So much I even had to take some home. It was amazing. Then it was super sunny, really nice, warm day. The kids are playing in the yard. Glenn's sons are playing badminton. They were like, you know what? Let's all jump in the pool. It's sunny out. It's beautiful. Water's warm. As soon as we jump in, Glenn's house gets cloud cover. I'm not talking about Long Island. I'm just talking about literally Glenn's house, because you can see
the pool.
Sounds like Charlie Brown.
Blue skies there, blue skies there, blue skies. Now, I was perfectly fine. Glenn's senior citizen self was freezing. He had to get out of the pool about 10, 15 minutes in. My little kid was swimming around.
I know. What are you going to do? Too funny.
I know. I'm bringing way too much time.
We're bringing you in just a minute. Our guest is hanging out at a bar, so we want to make sure.
I know, but I had to say hello. I had to let the world know that I finally made it to Long Island. And honestly, believe it or not, now, of course, this is due to the times we left, which was super early in the morning and super early in the afternoon. Traffic was not that bad. The rides were pretty good and easy, really smooth. I even had to make a trip to Target at one point.
What?
We forgot my bathing suit and my son's bathing suit, so I had to go run to Target and buy something real quick. But fun times were had by all. It was great. We'll definitely make it back out somewhere in the next 3 years. Maybe even Craig Sullivan will take his favorite airline to Islip and join us.
Yeah. Well, we can hope. Happen. All right, we'll plan on that.
I gotta go back to work, but always good seeing you.
I'll be back, buddy. All right, bye.
Hey, you know what? That's going to work out really well, because our good friend Chris Daly is sponsoring our holiday show from London. So I mean,
that's really good. That's really good news. Now all we need to do is plan the holiday show. All right, who's our guest today? Craig Sullivan.
We have
a
title person, an extraordinary human being.
Oh my goodness.
She works with the gentleman that made the absolute worst fucking drinks in history on this show. Okay. But she is just a great individual. She's doing deals in hospitality. The hotel group at Chicago Title.
Who's our guest? I have no idea who this could be.
Jacqueline Estabrook.
Hi, guys.
Both coasts there. That's pretty
great. Fun. I'm great. This is so fun. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. So you are on vacation today, yet you're still joining us here today. So I think, Craig, before we even get into the conversation, we got to do this. Jacqueline, as you know, that's the signal we're allowed to start drinking now. What are you drinking? What did you drink today?
Because I'm on vacation, I'll drink something a little sweet every once in a while. This is a mango mule. So it was one of the specialties on the menu. So cheers to you all.
Nice.
Cheers. Love that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice and cold and refreshing. We need that in the 106-degree heat out here. Pretty toast.
Refreshing, a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of sugar, all good. Love it.
All good.
I give you credit for going to a resort like that in Arizona at this particular time of year. I can't handle that kind of heat anymore. It's like I'll just go outside and either melt and then eat. Yeah, it's just not. It doesn't work. It doesn't work well for me. I've become very delicate, even more so over the years. People have accused me of this for decades, but it's becoming more apparent as time goes on.
He turns into Frosty the Snowman melting. So
just full.
Well, more like the Witch of the West. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh my.
So, Jacqueline, tell us about this beautiful resort that you're at. We get to see a little bit of it in from the pool. What's the name of it, and how long are you there for?
Yeah, so we are staying at the Westin Carolyn Resort here in Scottsdale, and it's a special place for us. We actually got married in Arizona, and we had our whole wedding block here. So it's really fun to come. They got, great pool and a slide and a lazy river and So it's a great place to come back and relive some memories, and also to bring the kiddos and just hang in the pool in this heat. You basically don't get out of the pool.
Yeah. So,
Right.
So I know we're only 10 minutes into the experience, but what's worse, having to watch two kids aged 3 and 5 at the pool in this heat for an hour, or having to be on this show?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a tough one, Glenn.
I know.
It's supposed to be softball questions right now.
We've been playing a lot of Would You Rather around here lately. So
totally. I will, this is actually a really great escape for me. I'm sitting in it's like an underground lobby bar, very saloon-like,
cool.
and really cool. And it's air conditioned perfectly. So I am very happy where I'm at right now. So
Perfect.
this is great. And then I'll go hit the slide with the kids after this.
Listen, I was
a
a master when my kids were little. I know. Hopefully she's not watching right now, but I'd be like, I'm sorry, I gotta go work. You gotta, you gotta watch the kids.
She doesn't watch this show. She watched it once.
I know. She's out with some friends right now.
Yeah. So, Jacqueline, your husband's in the same business. How did you guys meet?
Just through a mutual friend that I was living with. I was living in Corona Del Mar in a cute little cottage, and we had the same group of friends, and it just happened pretty naturally, which is pretty cool. And then later on, he was doing he had his own business, and I was working in the commercial real estate brokerage world for a long time. And nice. Next thing you know, we're both here in Title. So it just kind of happened very naturally.
There you go. I love that story. Now, my son's mother was one of my clients. That's how we met. And her and we bought her escrow company, and that was the #1 escrow company in San Gabriel Valley.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird how these relationships develop and move forward. So now, do you guys avoid talking shop at home, or do you talk shop?
No, we talk shop. I think we definitely, we both kind of play in different fields. He focuses on other asset types. So I feel like it's pretty easy to not really feel like we have crossover, but we're actually able to speak the same language, which is nice because you come home and you want to talk about something and they actually understand,
and you have the empathy for
what you're going through, and, kind of help each other out if we can.
Unlike Glenn and his wife, she's got no idea what he does. And has no empathy.
We kind of have a formula because she's in a classroom atmosphere every day. So
right.
I tell her, it's like the stress of
in the corner.
The stress of like one kid in her class is like, for every 50 people I have to speak in front of or something like that. Right. It's that the same kind of energy suck kind of in there. So
and she never really gets away from the classroom since she has to come take care of you. And
it's really not pretty. And we've already established how delicate I am. So we know it's not a good thing. Yeah.
Now you've been on fire. You've been closing a bunch of deals lately. You've helped open up the National Hospitality Group over at Chicago Title. Yeah. You've also helped out with a new group as well, but we'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
What are your impressions of coming into the wonderful world of hospitality? Because I know it changed my life, and it just, every deal was different. I mean, there were similarities, of course, but they're different and they're fun and they're a learning experience, and it's knowledge that you can use down the road. How are you enjoying all that?
Yeah, it's actually, I'm really loving it.
You're good.
I'm good. I got an alert. So I'm obviously loving it. I mean, the community of the hospitality group is just unmatched. The people that you get to work with every day, just being able to learn about the asset type. Like you said, everyone is just a little bit different. You're really getting thrown in, and problem solving and working through each one differently, and that's just kind of how it goes. It's working through each one. So definitely so much fun. Obviously the community that I've already met, it truly makes a difference working with great people.
Yeah. And Jacqueline has always been a participant at the California Lodging Investment Conference, and she helps out, and it's always a pleasure to have her there and
Yeah,
the team.
thank you.
Now I always found it that the hotel people really understand the transaction a lot more than some of the other groups.
Yeah.
Some of them have kind of gotten into a cookie cutter mode, and that was it. They didn't expand their knowledge or anything else. But with hotels, it's constantly changing, whether it's insurance, financing, brands, all types of things. So your progression through this in your hotels, you've been closing, have been amazing. But you also started doing storage, and you've launched a national group for that as well.
That's cool. But she's on mute. Hold on. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, I did. We saw the need out there for a dedicated team, and we did the same thing we did with the National Hospitality Group. And it's gotten just great response. People are excited to actually talk to people who, you have a dedicated escrow officer who understands the transaction. You have a dedicated, title team and underwriters. And, we did that same exact model with the hospitality team because, like you said, each one is different. However, it's very specialized, and it's just been great and proving to be a great trusted group for people to come and get the deal to the finish line. So
absolutely,
it's been so much fun.
I want to rent out a storage facility just to set it up as a place for me to hang out, like my own
I think David's already living there, isn't he?
Yeah. All right. I figure, that's where we can do all of our experiments, so we can take over the hospitality industry podcast universe.
There you go.
Gosh.
It's funny. I used to have a storage unit when I was up in LA, and I didn't realize this, but the guy next to me had all these boxes, floor to ceiling, could barely walk in, but he was always pulling stuff out, putting it in a bag or a briefcase and locking it. And I'm going, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Ended up, he was a pharmaceutical salesman and calling on doctors. Now, I won't mention the name of the company, but he had every prescription drug that they had in this locker next to my storage unit. And I'm going, I'm not feeling real comfortable with you next to me. Okay.
No.
Somebody discovers what you're doing, they'll start breaking into all these things thinking you got more than one.
Yeah. Right.
And Glenn, I don't know if you've ever been in a hotel where a pharmaceutical company has taken over all the ballroom space.
No, but I have broken into storage facilities for drugs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, quite a correlation there because you've got security, you've got the salesman in, you've got the head muckety muck and a few others, and they lock down the hotel while these people are having their conference. You cannot go near the ballrooms or anything else. Yeah. Wow. Well, they're worried. One, breaking news. Two, corporate espionage. So it's really kind of wild. But, yeah.
So what is corporate espionage? How's that work? Is it like they send in someone like Slugworth and they say, hey, just get me one of the cancer freeing pill or something like that, and all that whole thing.
That and whatever's coming off the stage, they're recording it, and they're reverse engineering. Yeah. It's really amazing. There's a couple of hotels, especially in San Diego, that are taken over by Pfizer and various other companies at least once, twice a year when they're launching a new drug, and they pull in all their salespeople, and they've got the medical research.
I wonder how many hotels are built for that lockdown thing. I think the old Waldorf, where so many world leaders and stuff would stay there, they probably have all of these protocols built into certain hotels. I'm sure a lot of them in DC are like that. You know anything about this, Craig?
Well, we get to experience that firsthand at the JW Marriott at downtown LA. Because when that was built with the Grammys and the Oscars and all that being over at Staples, they were locking it down.
That is true. And when you go to Alice, they do put up those foam walls. Yeah. So that's pretty. That doesn't stop anything.
There's a beautiful Hyatt down in La Jolla that is set up for that as well. And you look at even the Arizona Biltmore, where we used to have the lodging conference.
Right.
Okay, when John McCain was having his victory parties there, the hotel was on lockdown because of all the dignitaries that were there. So, it's I think it's a lot more common than you and I think, and certainly more so than what the American public thinks. And I think that's a direct result of the old Ambassador Hotel and Robert F. Kennedy's assassination back in the 60s. I think that's when you started to see all of that change.
Yeah. I hear you, Jacqueline. You're probably you sound like an expert in this field. Why don't you just speak for the next 20 minutes on this topic?
Right? No. Yeah.
Jacqueline, tell us some stories. You've been going to some of the conferences. You're relatively new on the scene, doing an outstanding job working, title and escrow for hoteliers. And of course, you've been coming to Click for a few years now, but you're hitting the rest of the conference circuit. What do you think of this world that you've just been diving into?
It's exciting. There's always diving into something new is there's always just seeing what we're gonna get into. I try to immerse myself into whatever conferences we're able to attend. Lodging is coming up, and obviously I'm a big fan of Arizona, so it's an easy pull for me to get here. But it's a fun conference, certainly. And I went to Meet the Money not too long ago, and that's a great conference. What's that?
I missed it. I had a competing event I had to be at.
Yeah, it's a great one. And one thing I love about it is that it's a small enough conference where you're going to see people multiple times. So you meet them once, maybe it was the first time, and you exchange a business card, but then you also see them later in the afternoon and you get to have another conversation. And then you see them at a cocktail hour, and then you see them later at something else. And it's not just a one and done thing. And I just really enjoy that with that specific conference and conferences like yours as well. It's like you're able to actually you go to the cocktail the night before and then you see them again, as opposed to some of the bigger ones, which are wonderful and serve a different purpose, but you're really able to get to know people and it's fun.
Yeah, Jacqueline, you're so right. At the larger size ones, there's a lot of the drive-by hellos.
Totally.
And then the whole time. And then the next time you see them, you don't even acknowledge them, and you know each other. Conference rules. Once you say hello once, you don't have to again at those big things. So, yeah, you're right about the smaller events. I really love the smaller events when you can talk to people. Although, as strange as it may seem, sometimes I just can't handle people. I'm very insecure about what I'm going to say, and I can't stand seeing the same people sometimes over and over again because I'm like, what am I going to say to them? I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Yeah, how am I going to be able to get through this without looking like a dumbass? So sometimes it's intimidating.
But you always find a way, Glenn. You never look like a dumbass. Never.
Do
you need a hug?
I'll choose to. Thank you. Yeah.
No, Jacqueline, you're right. You look at Meet the Money. It's the best debt and equity conference. It's small. It's a boutique conference, just like Click. And I never wanted 1,000 people. Okay, it's too many people. I want to be able to shake everybody's hand and say hi to them. And I want to have conversation.
Totally.
And that's one of the reasons why we do the welcome reception that the brands provide the night before. So that opens the door. Then the next morning at coffee or whatever,
it's such a warm conversation the next time. You break through some of the, oh, hey, this is what I do. And now it's, oh, how was the night before? And what did you guys do? Where did you go to dinner? And it just, it makes it a much easier conversation and a more memorable conversation, to be honest.
Absolutely.
It's, the big conferences, you exchange your business card and then you follow up with an email when you get home. It's just, it's got a different touch.
It does. See, and this is why all but 1 year, Glenn's always been the opener at Click. And it's because he grabs them, he wakes them up, and pulls them right in. And everybody's just like, okay, I'm listening.
Just shake them.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. Hold on. Amy had a question. Jacqueline, I've heard a lot about LendingCon. Do you guys like to go to that? And I could comment on that since I was there last week. Jacqueline.
Yeah. Our team did attend. I did not attend, but our team did attend, and I think that's definitely another successful. We try to divide and conquer. There's a lot to do, and we want to make sure we are all available but also present. And it's important to be at as many as we can be. So yeah, I definitely think that's a successful one as well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I'll tell you that I was at that event. When I left that event, that's where I got delayed on the flight. It's not a slam for Southwest. I enjoyed my islip airport experience instead of going to the city. But there was some weather, which is why I was delayed. They had a fly around storm, so it was a little bit longer to come in and then go back out. All right. So that being said, I enjoyed LendingCon a lot. It was much larger than I expected. There was new people that I haven't really seen out and about in the regular conference circuit, and other than the fact that I got to interview these people, they, Jan Guadam's got these connections where he's bringing actual congressmen and other influential people in government to this event. So, I had a great conversation with Chirag Shah on camera, from the AHLA. I talked to these two congressmen. Check out wherever you're watching me now. Check out those interviews with Congressman Aaron Bean and Darren Soto. So for me, it was a little bit different, Jacqueline, because you had those different kind of components with it that we don't really usually see at other events. And that's exciting to me because I'm really feeling after decades in this business, it's like, same old, same old. It's kind of like, Craig, you'll probably agree with me on this one. The thoughts just coming to me now, but it's kind of like how we have our regular year. Oh, it's Christmas, and then it's New Year's, and then it's Easter, and then it's Memorial Day, and all of that kind of stuff. It's like, it's Alice, and now it's the Hunter Conference, and now it's Greg Conference, and NYU, it's summertime, and it's a lodging conference. Oh, hope you had a great summer. Now let's get into the conference.
Yeah. It's so true. You could go to a conference, especially, being on the title side, we cover all the product types. So if you're specializing in more than one, you could be at a conference every week if you really wanted to. There's always something going on. So
there is. And if you go to, I don't know if Glenn, if you've ever been to the ICSC show in Vegas.
What's that one?
International Shopping Center Society.
Shopping Center Convention.
Yeah.
I would have had no reason to.
It's the largest one in the world. Well, you remember a few years ago, there was a couple of guys from Westfield promoting that the brownfields, their parking lots were the last great bastion of development, that they wanted to put these hotels at their facilities across the country, which was all great. Sounds great. But they put up their own roadblocks and screwed the pooch on it because they said, well, we have talked to the anchor tenants because we need you next to their doors. It's 24 months of construction. And I looked at the guy and said, why the F don't you just put it out in the parking lot and get a golf cart? You got to put concierge where they can leave their bags and everything else. So, but that is intense. And I did that 1 year. That's when I used to stay at the Palms. Went to HD Expo for the whole conference. And then a day later, the ICSC show started. And I don't know, Jacqueline's what, 10,000, 15,000 people that show up for this?
Yeah, it's like 1 million square feet of just show space. It is huge. There are multiple halls. Wow. I went to that one for, 15 years, and it was, it's a big show. It's a big show. But some of the smaller ones are really fun too. They, they did one in San Diego for a lot of years. They're moving it over to Palm Springs this year. So it's
Orange Banker Association. That's another good one.
Yeah.
You should go to the HD Expo sometime, especially if you're getting ready to remodel your house.
That's really funny. Yeah. I remember early on in my career, I remember before I started working for Hotel Interactive, I read an article in there with a real high profile person who was a travel journalist, and the whole article was like at his home, everything was like his favorite items from the different hotel rooms from around the world and stuff like that. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. So I got a few things like that. I got some faucets and some flooring and all of that, but I haven't gone full hotel here, which is strange considering we're called the House and Resort Pool Club and Smokehouse, soon to be Spencer,
and maybe brewery at some point.
At some point, it's becoming less likely, being that it'll be 2 years come November. I bought this stuff and haven't done anything with it, so this is not good. I did use the boiling pot for the beer for a clam bake over here. So that was really good.
I really thought you were going to say pasta. I really did.
Clam bake was freaking great, though. We had a bunch of people over, and we did like a giant, big thing. Oh, by the way, when you saw that smoke and I had the candle out, I had to put out the candle. My fingers. I was putting the candle out with my fingers. Sorry about being disgusting. Yeah,
she's just catching on fire over there.
Yeah, well, I prevented it, and like nobody had any idea, but I did. I just,
I did see the smoke rising.
Yeah,
no, we did.
The smoke was going on, right?
A little concerned.
I just wanted to be clear what was going on.
It's really too bad we don't have a producer anymore. He could have sent you messages, Glenn. You're on fire.
I know, and I'd be like, "Thanks, man." No, dude, you're on fire.
Literally on fire. Oh my gosh.
That's hysterical. Yeah. So the reason why I'm pre-sushi tea tonight is we're going out to my son Ben's favorite sushi joint tonight for dinner, because on Tuesday he is going to Taiwan for 3 months. How crazy is that? We've been talking about it for a long time, and now it's getting real. So very excited for him.
Yeah. Did you ever call Joseph?
No. If I need to, I will. Benny doesn't really want me, getting involved with stuff. Yeah, and I have to be a parent that is not going to be that parent and go okay, because
see what you get to look forward to, Jacqueline, as they grow up.
Yeah, he's got his mom to be, to overcompensate. So Jacqueline, as a parent, she's like, she does enough worrying for like
20 people.
So I have to be the opposite, because
totally, it's a balance.
Some sort of yin and yang over here. So I may seem flip and stuff like that, but that's by design. So my son doesn't.
Totally.
Yeah. That way he can go to whatever safe harbor that he needs at the moment.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
For sure. So yeah, I hope he goes and he has a great time, and he does a lot of really, really cool stuff. But honestly, not to be as cool as what we get to do all the time, going to all these great conferences and seeing conferences all over the United States, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Jacqueline, how do you like sitting outdoors with everybody after that hard day, walking around the trade floor and listening to all the stories?
Oh, it's the best. I mean, being able to everybody just kick back, trade stories, hear what they're hearing, listen to what everybody's hearing. I mean, it's just that. I mean, getting out lodging, is great with that. They have that bottom floor, the bar, where everybody just kind of gets together at the end of the day, and that's just so much fun. I love that experience. To me, that's one of the coolest parts of the year, where it's like, excuse me, Yeah.
coming through, and then it's like, hey, I'm going to stand here for 45 minutes because they only have one bartender, when they knew very well that everyone's going to come here and drink.
There you go. Harry and Liz, they're not coming on the show now, Glenn.
No, listen, it's not Harry and Liz's fault. It's certainly not, because I have been a part when I had my old job and I worked with the BITAC events. We would tell these hotels all the time at 9 o'clock on Monday and Tuesday,
It's gonna be crazy.
And a fuckload of people are going to hit your bar and spend a lot of money. Make sure you're adequately staffed. And they're like,
and stock.
And then they'll always have one person there. And then they would close at like 11 or 12 when you've got like 100 people there spending
Nobody's finished. Yeah.
Nobody wants to go home.
Nobody's ready.
Right. And even though we've warned them to prepare to have these people, and it just drives me crazy with how much money these companies left on the table. All these stupid drunken people that I would hang out with that wanted to party after every night. Yeah. Insane. It's insane. So I don't blame Harry and Liz because I'm sure that if they're anywhere is understaffed, it's not their fault. It's a property's fault. Because I've seen, like I said, I've seen this not just that conference, but almost every conference.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about in the conference room where they have fewer bars because they don't want to run up that bar bill as fast. I'm talking about
that's different. That's different.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah. The worst one was the Hyatt in Long Beach attached to the convention center. Back 90 something, AHOA did one of their AHOA cons there. And I'm talking to the bartender.
I missed
Long Beach.
Yeah, okay.
Long Beach.
I remember that one.
And I'm talking to the bartender and I go, you don't have enough staff back here, and just looking at what's going on behind the bar, you don't have enough product. And I said, you're going to be sold out before 8 p.m. Bigger in life, twice as ugly they were. And I said, you really need to change that for day 2. They didn't.
Yeah.
They
didn't do it?
No. It's silly. Yeah. It is so silly when
left a lot of money on the table. A lot of blue label was gone through.
Basic, particularly with the HOA and Jacqueline. A few years prior to that, they that group cleared out the Gaylord Opryland of all their brown spirits.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Every bottle was drained. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was kind of like Friday Night Audit when we started, and we would drain all the tequila.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. That's why we stopped.
I know. Well, it was fun, but we still had to stop. The problem was too much fun. Yeah, Jacqueline, it's like, by the time we would get off the air, it'd be like 6 o'clock for me, 3 o'clock for him, and we'd be done for the
I'm going to sleep for the next 8 hours.
Like what? We have to look back at some of those shows and see if they're any entertaining. All right, Amy says our conference is bringing in so much revenue, including click for the hotel. You would think that would leverage in that and capitalize on the 1 or 2 nights of extra sales. Lost opportunity for sure. Yeah.
Yep. Very much so.
Totally.
Yeah, so hopefully this conversation will help one person learn and make more money. Craig, sorry.
I don't know, Jacqueline, if you were at Click when we were at the JW Marriott in Anaheim. It had just opened. It was our first development deal of the year winner as well, and drained the freaking bar after our party. The bar in the lobby bar was drained, and it was like 4 to 5 people deep.
Dude, I remember how many people were down there in that lobby. They were packed, and I remember we were lucky to get it. I was lucky to even get service. Yeah. It was.
I mean, it was amazing, and we had close to 500 people in the hotel, and and there was also the health food industry had their big show going on in Anaheim at the convention center.
Expo
and
West
those people drink more than we do. They put more bad stuff in their bodies than we do.
Shame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, that's a sign to say that you had the right people in the right room. Right. You got good people, and they stick around and they want to hang out. And that's a great sign of a good party. I love that.
Yeah, it was. It really was. I'm just glad the JW was brand new at the time.
Yeah, you're like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Pull it back.
Oh my God, that was
so
fun.
Jacqueline, you got a busy conference schedule coming up in the fall conference season?
Yeah, I'm heading out to what's coming up. My gosh, I feel like they're pretty back to back.
Well, next week I got the Southern Lodging Summit. Then I'm home until after Labor Day. Then I got my place, and then I'm going to Tribal Net, which will be a lot of fun. I got Red Roof Lodging, BWI Hospitality Show.
Wow.
So that's September and October.
That's packed. That's packed. Yeah, I'm gonna head to a self-storage conference in Vegas in a couple weeks.
Sorry, Hotel Spaces. Sorry, Hotel Spaces.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, you're in trouble.
I know. See, there are so many. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're always on the go. They're always on the go.
Yeah, it's great. Hey, what did I miss? I would say about 40 minutes and 45 seconds of the best content ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
See, now, Jack and I will both be at the Commercial Real Estate Lending Conference in San Diego on the 27th of this month. And I've got my place, and then I've got another conference up in San Francisco, and hopefully heading over to Hawaii to do a couple of travel logs at a couple of different hotels. So,
Wow.
But I've really got a soft end of the year. It's like, okay, cool.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's good. We're rolling them all in. Yeah, I have like a self-storage conference. We have lodging coming up. We have, I feel like they're all back to back. Next thing you know, here we are in November. I mean, it's
Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah,
gosh.
Happy New Year, 2025. Right now it's 2026. Yeah, listen, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really stupid how fast it goes. So
it really is.
What are you gonna do about that? I'm gonna try to clutch on to every last moment of this summer as possible, and I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna go. Craig, I'm gonna go see next Thursday night. I'm gonna go see Leonard Skinner and ZZ.
Nice.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, I'm psyched about that. I haven't bought tickets yet because I'm playing Ticketmaster's game, Jacqueline, because we figured this scam out. You know, they started with the variable pricing, like hotel rooms and stuff like that, and airplane. So bands that I want to see, but I don't need to have to see, right? Start following on Ticketmaster and seeing what the pricing is and stuff like that. There's a lot of seats that are available. So I'm going to swoop in at 2 p.m. next Thursday and get myself at a bargain and go alone and have a good time.
How about conferences for you, Jacqueline? Are you in any concerts? Who do you like?
Concerts or conferences?
Concerts.
He meant concerts.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any on deck, and that's actually pretty disappointing. Now that you say it, I think I might need to get something into the rotation.
We've got plenty of places. I mean, we got the Hollywood Bowl, the Greek Theater, Intuit now, Crypto Center, on and on and on. And, we've got a lot of great venues out here. So
I got nothing else scheduled for concerts. I may go to on September 1st. I'm just looking at my calendar. Yeah, I'm home on September 1st.
I think you're really going to enjoy ZZ Top with the.
I think I am. I mean, I'm going to go. I think on September 1st, I'm going to go see Howard Jones, which is.
What about? Doesn't Fish have a concert coming up in New York?
Not too, bro. They're having their massive big festival right now that I'm not at, and I canceled the 3 shows that I was going to go to last weekend. So.
Wow, did you give those to producer David, because he really deserves those? I know you pay him very, very well. But you should have given him that as a bonus.
Yes, I just answer the question I'm getting backstage. Yes, I will be there for the holiday shows for Fish, which is why I was able to accept that I had to cancel the 3 shows last week. But I had just done Jack. Don't worry, don't feel bad for me. I've already done 6 Fish shows this year. So,
oh my gosh.
yeah.
Sounds like
I don't feel bad for you.
Evita. Don't cry for me,
not only that,
Argentina.
at four, we're at the Sphere under perfect circumstances.
That was fun. That was fun.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
gosh.
Craig and
I was
Incredible.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Glenn's doing is "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina." So
yeah, no, for real, I actually mean it. I mean, like, I'm very, very, very. Amy says, "All right, get front row seats or as close to the stage as you can, Glenn. It'll be worth the money." We were 4 rows back last summer.
Oh wow.
Last summer at Jones Beach Amphitheater, which is where I'm going for this particular concert. We did that with Sting, and my buddy and I, for $120, got like 10th or 11th row or something like that. Well, there were $2,000 2 weeks beforehand for those. So whatever. So my big recommendation to everyone out there is play the Ticketmaster scam. People will start to panic that last day. And if you don't like them enough to need to see them, but want to see them, it's the perfect kind of scenario. So yeah.
there you go.
Wait, hold on. Amy's actually saying ZZ Top is not as good as Leonard Skinner. Leonard Skinner was just freaking amazing. That's because everyone who's in the band grew up listening to their music at this point, I think, right?
I don't know. I've been seeing some recent concerts for ZZ Top, and I'm really impressed with the new bass player. I'm liking their sound. So
I can't wait. I've never seen either of those bands. And as you regular viewers know, that I'm on my mission to see as many of these bands as I can before I can't see them anymore. Hence my desire to go see Howard Jones. And I'm going to do that Ticketmaster game with them too. They're playing at this theater here in Huntington on the Long Island, which would be a lot of fun.
are you taking David?
No, but I should.
You should.
Yeah, that should be good.
You should get him back on Long Island.
If you
For
could be any band, what would it be?
If I could go to any band?
Concert, what would be your number one pick?
Oh, that's hard. Shoot. Circle back. I want to think about that.
All
Circle
right. Yeah. All right. Craig, are we going to go see the Eagles, do you think?
I'd love to. I think seeing them in Sphere would be great. I've seen them half dozen times since they got back together, including when it was the original lineup.
They're on my list.
Yeah, I think we should go without a doubt. Now, if I had to pick somebody that I would like to see any place in the world, I'd probably say either Sting or Eric Clapton at the Albert Hall in London. I think that would just be a lot of fun.
I like that idea. Yeah, I wish I could have been at like Pink
During
Floyd
our holiday show. We could film it.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. We really should figure out how to do that London show.
No, we need to. Jacqueline, you and your husband could join us.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
Sure. All right. Hey, Craig, I'm gonna go to the next part of the show since I got to go to a dinner. So we're gonna do this. Hey everybody, it's the Palooza. I'm very excited. Thanks for tuning in so much. I know it's your favorite part of the show. To feel anything that we want. Jacqueline, tell Chicago Title National Commercial Services.
Tell us about it. So we are the Chicago Title National Commercial Services. Obviously, we are a nationwide platform. We, as we mentioned before, we launched a national hospitality group where we have a dedicated escrow title officer, underwriters, wonderful team of professionals. Shameless plug, if you have any title services needs, any needs that you have, please come to me. Happy to help you. Happy to be your resource. Not just a one-time situation. We really like to embrace a relationship. Have you come to us, be a resource for anything that you need. Title services have so many resources that we can provide, and I hope to be that to all of you.
Awesome. Craig.
Hey, guess what? 10th season of Click Connect starts next month. Producer Danny and I are in pre-production. Can't wait. We just had part 1 of Click Live with Bruce Ford talking about the hospitality pipeline. And we had over 4,000 viewers. So thank you very much. Part 2 of that will be on Wednesday of next week. And I think we're going to do a part 3 going international on that as well. And then we've got the 8th annual California Lodging Investment Conference coming up on March 5th and 6th, 2025 at the Westin in Long Beach, new home. So you can fly into LAX, you can fly into Long Beach, you can fly into John Wayne. Join us. We've got 2 recipients for our Lifetime Achievement Award next year. I'm not telling you who yet. You got to be there.
Oh boy.
And then we've got our Deal of the Year. And it's personal development, it's education and networking. Join us. We bring the entire California hotel market together. So if you want to be in the California hotel market, or you are, this is the event that you should attend, and it is very reasonable in cost for you. Glenn, it's been a great summer. It's almost over. You're going to be in the dark. So it's up to you. What's happening with you?
All right. Hey, come see me next week at the Southern Lodging Summit, southernlodgingsummit-memphis.com. I'm excited. I'm doing a redo of last year where I get to do a keynote speaking gig about everything you need to know about the state of hospitality at the Rendezvous Barbecue. That's right. Repairing me up with ribs. 2 formidable hospitality elements coming together to create a great session. Plus, the next day, I'm going to be honored to be able to interview the great Paul Novak during his keynote session, one of the founding fathers of a lot of brands out there that you and I stay in all the time. After that, hey, come see me. Hopefully, lots of fun places in the fall. We already talked about that stuff. I feel like I had other stuff that I was supposed to sell. I can't remember what they are, but I don't care. I've had a couple of beers. I'm going out for sushi with my family, and I'm going to have a great time. So wish me luck as I send my son Ben off to halfway around the world before next week. And then day after next week, we'll send my other son back to his 3rd year of college as well. So we'll be getting back into a conference season over there. Jacqueline, anything else?
Programs? Are those 8-year programs?
Dude, I did 5 years in college. If my kids do that, I will kill them. I'm picking you guys. 4 years. That's it. All right.
Besides paying the auto insurance 4 years of college, I think you're done.
All right, and I just want to let everybody know I do not want to be a liar, so I'm going to go start have some great sushi. See y'all next time.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Next Friday
Thank
night.
you.
Friday night audit, and I'm speaking real slow because I forgot to bring up the end credits. Here they are.